lights and cameras and mirrors.
Hey, it's your boy, Auteur Deluxe. Today, we're going to talk about all the little things from 2021. This just came out. It was part of that Warner Brothers deal with HBO Max. It is streaming right now, but it's also in theaters. This will be a spoiler-free review. This stars Jared Leto, Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and it's a kind of detective cat and mouse game following a serial killer. I won't get too much into the plot because it barely matters. So I saw the trailer for this like maybe a month and a half ago, and it looked like, oh wow, this could be like an update of Seven, David Fincher's Seven. This looks like it could be gritty, grimy. He's making some hard choices with the lighting. There's some nice greens, kind of reminds me of Vertigo. We've got this insane cast. And I was just down. As soon as I saw this trailer, I was down. So it hit me up last night. Gotta get that HBO Max subscription. Do I want to do half a year for $70? Do I want to just do a month? You know, that was a big thing I agonized over. And, you know, do I want to, like, this drops at midnight. I got to make sure it's in the right time zone so I don't stay up till midnight, but it's really 3 in the morning because it's West Coast. I have a lot of time right now. But this is all just a way of saying I was pretty excited for this movie. My expectations sunk like a fucking stone pretty early on. The opening scene was pretty thrilling. 15 minutes into this movie, I had a feeling of what we were getting into here, and it was not good. My main takeaway from this film is just how bland it is. Like I said from the trailer, I was expecting some grit, I was expecting some excitement, some strong artistic choices, and they're just not there at all. It felt like when everybody else goes on the field trip and your parents forgot to sign the permission slip and you're stuck in the classroom and the teacher's like, fuck, I don't know what to do, and they just put on something. That's what this feels like. And you know how like true crime is a thing and like the podcasts and Mindhunter, and it's like a thing with wine moms? It's like some big high-level executives saw that trend and like threw money at Warner Brothers and just really watered it down, hire some big actors, hire the director of the fucking Blind Side, just hire a very middle-of-the-road director, and, you know, just make it. Let's print that money. Let's get into the performances. Denzel is Denzel. I'm not going to trash Denzel. He's literally the guy, like his body of work precedes him. He's the guy that could read the phone book and it could be compelling. Like, I know that's a trope, but it's true. Rami Malek, I didn't know this guy looked like this. I guess I haven't seen anything with him in it. Yeah, he's a weird looking dude. He's got very strong features and he's got that like sucking on a lemon, like when you're trying to suck your cheeks in to like look thinner. I don't know anything about that. He's just got this weird look, and he's got like this Mr. Bean posture, and he looks like Truman Capote / Mr. Bean in that fucking face, and he's doing a weird thing with his voice, but just that look is it's comical. It makes the movie fucking funny. It's unintentionally funny. This is like hitting that level of so bad it's good, but it's not even that. It's just so bad and boring. And Jared Leto, who doesn't have a first gear, he's all the way in. Turn it up to 11, and he's the best one in this, and that's saying a lot because his performance is bad too. And there's one particular scene where it's all three of them kind of in close quarters, and it's just bad. It's really bad. It's hilariously bad. This movie does take place in 1990, and it's funny. There's a scene in one of the punk bars where you're looking in the background, and there's a conversation between Rami Malek and Denzel, and in the background you see all this Butthole Surfers artwork, like from their album art. And a few minutes before that, you're in one of the victims' apartments, and you've got Butthole Surfers artwork, you know, the 90s band, or more of an 80s band, but they would have been relevant in a punk bar in 1990. And this made me think of two things. First off, if I'm watching two Best Actor Academy Award winners have a conversation, and I'm noticing the shit in the background, that's a bad sign. And also just the irony that this movie's an enormous turd and the only artwork they could license was from the Butthole Surfers. In conclusion, this was just an enormous disappointment. This movie felt like you know those cop shows on USA Network and they all have 10 spin-offs for different cities? This felt like an episode of one of those. Like, the music was bad, performances were bad, the story was barely anything, the dialogue was terrible. You're not invested any level for any of this beyond the first scene. The first scene, the opening is pretty good. The opening grabs you, but other than that, my interest plummeted. My interest fucking took a nosedive immediately, and they don't really keep your interest there. They don't really gain it back at any point in the whole film. This is my first big disappointment of 2021, and hopefully that trend doesn't continue because it's Sundance time, and the things that I signed up for start tonight. I'm going to watch Strawberry Mansions tonight, and then everything else is tomorrow. Depending on how everything else rolls out, I might get some more single film tickets, but just remember, keep it here. Don't change the station. I am going to review all kinds of upcoming Sundance films in the next following couple of weeks. So thank you. Follow me on Facebook, Tinder, TikTok. So for all of that, make sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Letterboxd, most importantly Letterboxd, and Twitter. I don't really use the Twitter. Thank you. Stay hydrated and have a good day.